recently back in the UK for the first time in many years. And as all expats do when they go back to their home country, I left a little bit of special space in my suitcase to bring back all of those things that I just can't get out here. To my surprise, it wasn't British tea bags or frozen prepared fish and chips that I brought back with me, but instead it was fitness supplements. And although it is no surprise that someone who is highly addicted to caffeine and also stays dangerously shredded all year round would be gravitating towards the fitness supplements whilst in the UK, it did get me thinking about the cost of living and a little bit of a comparison between what I'm paying for things out here and what I'm paying for things when I go back home. I think there's this idea, this general misconception about life here in Thailand that pretty much anyone can come out here and live whatever type of lifestyle they want on next to nothing, and in my opinion it's simply not true. If you look at things like rent, for example, it's an absolute no contest, because for what I pay out here for my condo, which has a swimming pool, gym and a library room and a basketball court for some reason at the back and security 24 hours to keep us all safe, I would probably get the corner of a room in a 3-bedroom house in the UK, which I'm sharing with 50 other people. Eating out at restaurants, petrol for the car insurance, internet, water bills, all these things are much cheaper here in Thailand. But there are a couple of examples where I think the UK is much more reasonable. You see, as you've probably figured out, my gimmick is fitness, and I am coming at this conversation, this topic, from a fitness perspective, particularly a gym-based fitness perspective. When people think of the sports scene, the fitness scene here in Thailand, often they think about Muay Thai training camps, locking yourself up for a few days and really getting into the best shape of your life. Of course, if you come out here on a vacation specifically to have one of those experiences, it's going to be incomparable. It's going to be much better than what you know in the UK. But I'm talking more about the general people, day to day, living their lives, but also fitness is important to them. They want to go to the gym, make progress. They want to maybe supplement, nothing illegal, legally supplement what they are doing, and how I would compare that here in Thailand compared to back home in the UK. Start with a real simple one, gym membership prices, because believe it or not, they are much cheaper in the UK. No doubt about it, they are cheaper in the UK, but there is a big asterisk of why I think that is. For context, when I was back in the UK, I was going to my local gym, which is about £25 per month, which is about 1,000 baht per month. Here in Thailand, for a well-equipped, well-maintained gym, especially in a city like Bangkok or somewhere like Phuket, Pattaya, you're probably looking at double that. There are cheaper gyms available, of course. There are going to be a range of gyms available, but in terms of an expat coming out here, looking at least 2,000 baht, which is about 45 to 50 quid, which I think is probably double what you would pay for the equivalent gym back home. I think the gyms here in Thailand know, and there's nothing wrong with this, by the way, that if somebody is interested in joining a gym, they're probably willing to spend the money, whether it be 1,000 baht, whether it be 1,500 baht, whether it be 2,000 baht, in order to do so. Now, obviously, in all countries, there are those people who are simply not interested in fitness, but there is also that sort of middle group who want to do something, but it is not top priority to them. In Thailand, most condos or most housing projects are going to have a little gym on site. Now, these gyms can vary. Some of them are really well equipped, like the one in my building. Some of the buildings I've lived in the past, not so much. But for the general casual gym goer, they are going to hit the spot. Someone who wants to just go down to the gym, walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes, maybe do some stretches, use a yoga mat, they are going to do the spot. So those sort of like middle bracket gyms don't really need to exist as a business out here in Thailand, because they are basically covered by the condominiums or the housing projects. Gyms are convenient, they're easy, they are perfect for the casual gym goer, but most of all, they're free. In the UK, that doesn't exist. Home gyms are not really a thing, although I'm sure some people do have them, and certainly a block of flats doesn't have a gym down on the first floor. So that's why I feel like there's this bigger range of prices in terms of UK gyms, because they're catering for everyone. Number two, and this is where we get a little bit more fitness savvy, because let's talk about supplements. I am basing this entire section of the video of my experience in one shop which has been there since I was a small boy, but I've never really shopped there except for like very basic stuff. But when I went in there this time, suddenly they've got this huge range of supplements that I've never seen before. The shop is B&M Bargains. If you, my friend, know what B&M Bargains is, it exists in your country, because I don't even know if it exists outside of the UK. Drop this video a gentlemanly like at the bottom. That is the thumbs up button. Please, God, do not click the thumbs down button. These pre-workouts, for example, I've never heard of either of the brands. Warrior and Fuel. This was £12. This was £10. I haven't paid this little for a pre-workout, I don't think ever in my life. And I check out the ingredients profile. It does the trick, it does the job, gives you a little boost. Price, unbelievable value. Here in Thailand, on the other hand, these are a little bit worn out. We've got Ape Shit and we've got The Shadow. Now I paid, I think, 1,200 or 1,500, something like that, for each of these, which is more like 28 to 30 pounds. Quite a leap to go from 12 pounds, 30 pounds for a product which effectively serves the same purpose. And I think that is the problem that I find with Thailand generally, not just in terms of fitness supplements, but in terms of, they have these import customs taxes. I don't really know the details. It's very difficult to import products and get them delivered here. There's a limit on how much you can do before you will be charged. You're always going to pay a premium for any international products that find their way into the country. Back in the UK, I saw Mars protein bars, for example, for £1. Here in Thailand, they are around 150 baht, which is more like £4. So it's quite a leap for the exact same product. Finally, in this video today, guys, let's talk about healthy eating. Now, I like cooking. I like knowing exactly what I'm putting into my body. The first things first, meat, fresh meat to cook at home out here in Thailand is so much cheaper. When I used to go to Asda in the past, you could get like 3 packs of meat for £10, and this time it was 2 for £8. Fruit and vegetable, on the other hand, are a little bit different. I found, and I always found this when I was in the UK, the same fruits and vegetables are available pretty much all year round. I think that's because they import so much stuff from abroad, whereas here in Thailand, it is so much more seasonal. Certain fruits will just disappear for months at a time. Bananas. This year I didn't see bananas for about 3 months in my local market, my local area. They seem to be back now, but bananas disappeared, whereas you can always go to a supermarket at home and find bananas, no problem. We also had this new company which I've seen called the Gym Company, or the Gym brand, which was available in Tesco and Asda, and they were prepared fitness-based meals that were about £3.50 each. Now that's 150 baht. I would love to go downstairs to 7-Eleven or over to the supermarket and get a healthy prepared meal for around 150 baht. But here in Thailand, all of the health and fitness based businesses, meal prep services, are all charging more of a premium, probably looking at more like 300 to 400 baht, like twice the price, to get that type of service, probably because food is available so cheaply. Meals which on paper are quite healthy, but you don't really know exactly how they're prepared or what they're prepared in. Of course, Thai food is one of the big attractions that bring tourists to the country. People absolutely love it, but I'm talking about people who want to live the fitness lifestyle, who want to know exactly what they're putting into their body. If you want to use this type of service where everything's going to be very transparent, the macros, the ingredients are all going to be available for you, you're going to end up paying a lot more to know it. There it is, guys, 3 things compared in this video. I'm sure there's so many more we could talk about, and obviously this isn't a general Thailand versus UK price comparison video. I'm sure you figured that out by now. It's all about fitness and the healthy lifestyle. If you want me to do some more content like this, of course, let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. Have a good day, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.